So how you doing, bro? So my last video, which was like what, 5 days ago. Let me just make myself comfortable. The video was about this book, and I just said like that I was gonna start reading it and blah blah blah. Now 2 days ago, which was Sunday. Basically Sundays for me are like a very I call them a spiritual day, but I don't know if I can like call them like that. It's just like a day where I kind of just get away from technologies, just spend time with myself and books. So this Sunday, all I did was just read this book, and I read 100 pages, which is probably not like a lot, but it's a difficult book. It's very hard to kind of read it at a fast pace. Low battery, okay. But yeah, I kind of just want to share you what I've learned, maybe like the most important lessons for me so far, okay? And maybe by watching this video, you will be able to know like if I want this book. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I read 100 pages, I forgot so many points, and maybe I didn't kind of like, I know something is in my mind, but I can't even like articulate it. It's very hard to explain. It's like I know it, but I don't understand it in a way. So far I really like this book. I mean, it's almost the end. If you can see, like, you see, I'm in page 239 out of what, 260 something. I like this book. It really aims at me. Like, I don't want to say aims at me, but like the stuff that, oh, I'm so sorry. Wow, that was the book, the stuff that this book talks about. I don't want to say deal with the stuff, but it like really is for me. So this book, I will definitely read it more than once, more than twice, probably more than 3 times. Just an amazing book, philosophical, but for the first time in I don't know how many videos, I got some key points down, okay? The first, yeah, this book really talks about beliefs. And it kind of like made me realize that like life is, if you like, what determines if you will be happy in life is just beliefs. Like, life is really made out of beliefs, and I don't even know how to articulate this idea, but sometimes I sit with myself. Let's say I'm not doing nothing, and I think, like, people, let's say in Thailand, they have a way different view on the world. People from other countries have a way different view for the world, and like, they don't see the world how I see the world, and my view on the world can be wrong. I really don't know if you get my idea, but this book kind of made me like realize exactly this. Like, the people, let's say somebody sees somebody very happy, and they think like, how can he be this happy? Do you see like what in what world we live in? Even if we from the same place, like, how can you be happy? Same circumstances, same everything. But what is different is how the person sees the world. So it really made me realize like beliefs are powerful, and you can really use this anywhere. In business, like, there's beliefs about business, about relationships, about the world, about the money. You gotta really have the right beliefs about the world, about everything, relationships, money, as I mentioned. Second, very, very big for me, okay? Um, I kind of started like, let me just tell you first, okay? You can't live a free life if you chase approval from others. Yeah, especially like a year ago. I posted videos a year ago on a different channel. So yeah, when I look back on all of the memories, on Snapchat, on YouTube, I always remember that kid that always used to chase approval from others. And I used to think like that is the right thing to do. Like, that is what we live for. We dress to impress others. The way we speak, the way we walk, the way we do everything is meant to impress others. That was like the mindset that I had. Now, then I started like getting into an idea like you shouldn't chase approval in this world from nobody, you know? And I don't mean like being cruel, being like not friendly and stuff, but if somebody doesn't like you for who you are, that's cool, you know? Walk the way you walk, talk the way you talk, you know, dress how you want. You know, of course, when you go like on some kind of special occasion, you want to dress a little bit more, you know, you want to put on something special, you know, like I don't call this like fully for approval. You just dressing for the right occasion, you know. But yeah, just um, if you have like any kind of struggles, kind of detaching yourself from others' approval, like let's say you really seek approval, you can't be your authentic self, you lack confidence. You know, this book is really the thing. Like a lot of people think that, oh, I will go to the gym, I will start doing this, I will start meditating, uh, you know, all that stuff, and I will become confident, you know. But sometimes there, I realize like in my 17 years of life, which is not a lot, it's like basically nothing, you know. I became conscious like what 4 years ago, you know. That is like a joke, but honestly, like I wasn't conscious, I was just living my life, you know. But what I learned is my mom just called my bad. Okay, so yeah, what I've learned in my 17 years of life is that when you have some kind of problem, a lot of times like the solution is way different than what you think, you know. If you type in how to be confident on YouTube, there will be a lot of people like talking about go to the gym, meditate, self-affirmation, blah blah blah, but there's like underlying problem, you know. Sometimes you just chase approval, and if you will just live your life chasing approval from others, you know what? Don't even expect to be confident. Like, you know, if you still have this mindset, if you still think like chasing approval is like the right thing, you know what? Let this video be like the sign that it is not, you know, and then just pick up this book. Like it will really break things down, you know. I think it's an amazing book, especially in our society. Like social media just trains you to chase approval, you know. That is how we live. So this book in today's day and age, I think it's very perfect, you know. Really encourage you to be yourself, and you know, by being yourself you will be disliked by somebody. That is facts, you know, but at least you'll be free. So this book, like it is called the courage to be disliked, you know. You have to have the courage to be disliked. You have the courage to be yourself, because when you are fully yourself, you know, people, there will be, look, I'm gonna tell you this. When you are fully yourself, you will have people that don't like you, and you will have people that absolutely like you, and you are like very close, like this with them, you know. But when you are fake, maybe you are like neutral with everybody and blah blah blah, but does it really matter, you know? Like, you get my point, you know. And finally, I think, at least for me, this was like a useful thing. But see other people as part of your community, not your competition. So I used to have social anxiety like 2 years ago, you know, and I used to just not like talking to people, and I didn't know why. I have a friend who's very charismatic, very upbeat, charming, you know. And at one point I started like being like him. I wanted to be like him, you know, this charming, but um, I never really dealt with the core problem, which was the view that I had on people. A lot of times I didn't look at them as like a positive thing, you know. I would see some kind of young guy and I would think, oh, you know, I would instantly like start competing with him, you know. And then, I mean, I kind of started working on this subconsciously, but you know, if you just want to become more friendly and stuff, don't just force yourself to smile, you know, all this fake stuff. Go to your core. Like, if you will not see people as like good people, as friends, as community, you know, when you realize, like this book mentions, that everybody in the whole world is a community, you know, not just in your school, but the whole world, just people, they're one community, you know, everybody are friends. Now, yes, there are bad people on this earth, you know, but you shouldn't let them decide your view on the world. You know, the book tells you, um, you know, as it said, like if you will be yourself, you'll have people that dislike you and people that will love you. Don't focus on the people that dislike you. Focus on the people that love you, and that is how you should look at the world. You know, in a bright view. And of course, the like it's very hard to explain a book. You know, you can have like a lot of arguments to, yo, why you think like that, blah blah blah. You know what? This book really, it's like a dialogue between a philosopher and a young man. The young man throws a lot of arguments at the guy, and he backs everything up. You know, so if you have anything, um, yeah, if you question anything that I said in the video, pick up this book. It will answer anything that I've said. You know, yeah. This is it for the video. I think I should kind of like make my videos more structured, you know, because yeah, I'm filming this for the second time. I filmed this as an exact video yesterday. It was such a mess. I didn't even want to upload it, you know, and I was like, I just need to script my videos. That will give more value, and yeah. So I see you some next time, bro.